Hey, what's up? This is Crypto Chuck here with Crypto Black. The group Crypto Black here, and I got one of my mentors there on the line. Real good gentleman. I met him a few years ago. Very intrigued on the information he was actually sending out and telling people and preaching freedom and freedom from using cryptocurrency and different ways to trade. So it's different ways of actually earning income by not your normal using your labor as to earn income. So, this guy went out to Costa Mesa, man. We went out there. We had a good time out there. What really brought me to him when I seen him post one time where he bought a Range Rover with his Bitcoin. So I said, I gotta know this guy. I gotta see what he's all about. And I actually drove around in that Range Rover, so I know the truth. So it was pretty nice, I'm a Mercedes guy, but yeah, that Range was really nice. I like that. So he really don't need no introduction, but it's the man, the myth, Mr. DCG himself, Jamar James.
Man, thanks for having me. And it's good now we can actually do something for your audience and for your group, and give them some insight, man, onto the crypto. It's been 5 years or 6 years, yeah, 5 years for me being completely 100% invested in crypto, and you know, since then, I feel like a old dinosaur seeing the growth from 2015 to 2020, and we enter in a new world. Got the moon here, and how did they trade before all this technology? And that's something that I think people should be privy of, is that trading has been around since the beginning of time. Back then, they just called it bartering.
Hmm. Yeah. So talk about Jamar. Like, you preach it a lot. I preach it a lot. And I'm starting to see it's starting to be, and especially now in today's time, about you seeing what almost 30 million people unemployed right now, just in the U.S. alone. The global unemployment is just ridiculous. Food shortages, everything.
Right.
And people was able to see how their income was just pretty much swiped away from within a day. You know,
Right.
so
Hey,
so people are talking about the freedom. So tell me a little bit about the freedom of cryptocurrency, what it does for you,
man.
for us.
So yeah. For us, really, this is the only really wealth generation tool that if I teach someone else, it increases my wealth. And so like that means if I go out and I teach crypto black, or teach another person, hey, everything I know, it doesn't take away from my wealth, but it basically empowers him, and it actually increases my wealth, because now we have more buyers in the market, more demand in the market, and they value it the same. But on the freedom side, I got into trading just in general in 2009, when I was in, I had a 401k. I went to Prime America when I was like 20, got my Series 3 and 6 license, and things. I was always in the financial markets, like trying to understand it, but I wasn't really doing it. In 2009, when the market crashed, the housing bubble, I was in real estate, and I was actually in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was able to still sell and get out of the market. And but I had employees, I had office space, I had 3 different offices, and like I had to scramble because it was like overnight, everything changed. And you know, um, having leases. Luckily, I was on month-to-month leases, and because I never renewed them. But the thing is like I feel like people were tied up, and a lot of people didn't know, they didn't have a plan. And so when you're a business owner, or when you are a parent, you don't even go to Disneyland without a plan.
Yeah.
You pack up stuff for your kids. You put baby bottles in, or whatever it is, but a change of clothes. But when it comes to people's financing their livelihood, it's like there's no backup plan. They have a job, they plan to get paid, and then if they don't, sometimes they'll get fired and have to update their resume. They don't even have a resume.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, so from that, when I get guys into crypto, or when I introduce crypto, I say, hey man, it's just an alternative in case something in one day in the future happens to the dollar, or in case one day that your money get tied up, you at least have some money on the side that you can access. That if someone came here and just burned down your house, and if you had crypto, you would still have that electronic money, that digital money, right? So me being a former Marine, or a Marine, was always have a contingency plan. And when the market crashed, I seen that I had a plan, uh, but also had resources, and I was lucky that I always used to save. I always tell my guy, man, I got a getaway bag, and they that getaway bag became a life-saving bag because I was able to go into the stock market, and when everyone else was couldn't buy, they lost everything. I was able to invest a little bit, and I invested low, and I just had to wait. 8 months later, I didn't. It was just timing, and so having contingency plan and being in crypto, that's what it's about. Having a contingency plan, and then it becomes a lifestyle. It's like, well, bro, like they could fire me tomorrow if I'm having a job. Why am I putting in these extra 12, 14 hours a day when at the end of the week they can get rid of me and I'm missing out time with my family, missing out time with my kids. I don't even control my time, and I'm doing this for money. So if I want to do it for money, why not do it for myself? And when you do crypto, you cut out the middleman. It's just, you own the money, you keep it, you're responsible for securing it, you're responsible for trading it, and then it's just the idea. So, when it comes to DCG, it comes to us having a idea that, hey, look, even if you are working with someone, I want you to start a business, I want you to have another stream of income, and I want you to have crypto. And so, that is, that's the purpose of me having DCG and kind of arranging it, kind of like my vision was everybody should have multiple streams of income. Everyone should have alternative form of currency. And guys that um, don't, when they come in environment, it becomes contagious. They see other guys like, all right, he's doing that, he's buying real estate, he's doing this, and he's trading. Because the first thing you get from a person that's employed is, I don't have enough time. That's the first thing. I don't have enough time, and it takes too much time. And it's like, well, hey, I got a group of people that are successful, that's in crypto, that's in the business, that own real estate, that got a drop shipping store. It's like, what do you mean? We got the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like let's teach you how to manage your time so you can get this money.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what inspired me.
Yep. Yeah, I like you brought that point with the you know, like if your house catch on fire. I always told I like to call it digital mattress money, So if
Right,
you have mattress money, if the house catches on fire and the mattress catches on fire, you don't worry about your money catching on fire. You're dealing with digital currency. So you have you secure your own money, and like you're saying, you don't have to worry about Big Brother pretty much watching over you and be able to lock up your money. It's
right,
a global type of money. Whereas you can go anywhere in the world, as long as you have electricity and your wallet, you can pretty
right.
much do what you want to do.
I
So
mean, I mean, I mean, think about the IRS and think about somebody suing you.
mhm,
Suing you right now, and they be like, I mean, people count your wealth. Oh, he got a Range Rover, he got a Mercedes. Let
mhm,
me get in an accident, and they get in an accident. They wreck you, and they be like, hey, I'm suing you.
yeah,
And it's like, and now just they suing you, they put a lien, or they say I'm gonna put a lien on your house, put a lien on your bank account. You owe
mhm.
this guy, whatever. It's like now your money just got tied up. But when you got it
You
in
still got
crypto,
bills. Yeah, yeah. You got
they got
crypto, it's different.
they gotta come see you.
Yeah,
The IRS gotta come see you. The courts gotta come see you. They like,
yeah.
hey, can you give us the money?
Yep.
And so
Yep.
it's a little bit more ownership.
Yep. Yep. All right, yeah, man. Something that you preach a lot, man, in Mastermind is really works. Is the VST. I wonder if you can go over, just give them
Right.
just a little snippet about what
Right.
is it, what's most important about, what's very important
Right.
about that.
So, I mean, the important thing is about trading has changed, and people teach the same lessons. Like, guys been trading the same way since 1930, 1950, 1980, using the same chart, using the same, different theories, the Dow theory, the Elliott waves. The different people have their own theories. But at the end of the day, like in 2020, trading has changed so much because when they had their theories, they didn't have Twitter. They didn't have the history, the amount of history that we have in access. We got Google search, which can give us the historical price of any stock out there in a heartbeat. And so the way that people have changed, VST stands for volume, sentiment, and timing. And especially when it comes to crypto, there's no way you can get volume in the market without it being seen. Whereas in the traditional markets, 16 trillion is traded every day. You can't really spot the 500,000 move or the $10 million move in the market. It's 16 trillion. So it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. In crypto, the volume is the first thing we can track and we can see. And then sentiment is the social media, the way people feel. They don't have tools like that for forex and stock market that they were able to master. Like we're mastering that now. And then it comes to timing. Like I said, I got into real estate at the right time, 2004, 2005. I got into trading, 2009 when it crashed. Crypto, 2015, 16, before the big run in 2017. So trading in a day just comes down to timing. What time do you get in? Because every day is a low and a high. So if you can just get in low and sell high, that's what our VST is about. Volume, sentiment, and timing.
There you go. There you go. And timing is everything. Timing is everything. And when people don't understand, when it's not just a statement when people say time is money. It really is, you know.
Right.
And people don't understand when using the VST the way and how Jamar actually teaches it, guys. I'm telling you, it's definitely a savior a lot of time and save you a lot of money. You can make a lot of money with using it correctly. You brushed over this briefly. Let them know about the importance of knowing historical data in order to trade.
Right. So you guys see this moon behind me right here, and the importance is knowing that we didn't always have computers and we didn't always have technology, right? And so we didn't have internet, and most people didn't get internet to 1980, 1990s, right? They didn't even have the internet. So this Zoom call is something special right now, just 30 years ago, right? And so you think about that, you think about how did they trade before they had the internet? How did they do all this? The stock market started, New York Stock Exchange started in 1792. May 1792, 24 stockbrokers. The Bank of New York was the first one listed on the stock exchange. People are trading and don't even know the history of the stock market. And so when you say what's the importance is we go through cycles of history. And if you know the importance, what's happened and what happened before in the same similar condition or condition in the market, you can actually increase your chance. The market only can do two things: go up or down. So if you can it's 50% right there from the beginning. If someone asks you, hey, is the market going to be up or down tomorrow? You got a 50% chance of being right. It's going to go up or it's going to go down, right? Like, that's it, right? So if you can just use historical data to kind of say, hey, what happened for the last 50 years on this day? Oh, damn, 75% of the time it's been up. Well, damn, now my chances went 50% plus another 25.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So now it's a game of like, hey, if I can pick, historically, I see that inside a month that there's been 10 days has always been positive. I can just eliminate the other 30 days, the other 20 days, and trade those 10. And I'm pretty sure that my odds are going to be pretty high that, hey, if I just trade these 10 days, I might win. Maybe it's only right 70% of the time, but now I'm still up 70%.
Yeah. Yep. I'll tell you, man. I met a lot of my. I was, I like to move around my money and have my portfolio out there. And like I said, I met with JP Morgan earlier, and the guy told
Right.
me 8%. It's funny. We sat down. I'm like, I want to, put this X amount of dollars in, to the market. And he said, yeah, I can get you about 8% return a year. And I said, man, I made 8% yesterday.
Right.
Hey,
why you gonna waste your time and mess with that man?
Yeah, I mean, I had nothing. I got freedom, so I just want to sit down. I had nothing to do, So yeah, so
you over there being condescending, going over there talking to that man, knowing he gonna get you 8% a year. And Bitcoin been up 10% this week.
Exactly. It's freedom. That's what makes the thing good about it, And so I had nothing to do. Absolutely nothing to do. So I told him I just had to chuckle out of that one. I said, hey, man, I made that yesterday. So yeah. So also was this very, very, very important, and I think this is what you get. You really get a lot out of being in DCG of this here and knowing the tools, and you showing the tools and the meaning behind it. So let them know what's the importance of knowing the correct tools to use in order to trade. How is that very important?
I think that's one of the most important things traders miss out on when they're doing it by themselves. It's like if you told someone to go build a house, they never built a house before. They're not gonna even know. I mean, they may know, hey, I need a hammer, I need a nail, I need this, but it may be a plumbing tool that can get that thing unscrewed a lot quicker. but you're gonna spend 8 hours trying to figure out how to get this screw on this nut that's inside this wall. When if you just had the right tool, it would take you 10 minutes. And so when it comes to trading, a lot of people don't have all the tools, and then they end up experimenting with their money, and they end up losing, and then they out the market in 3 or 4 months because they didn't have the right tools to start with. So when you have a mastermind like we have, you don't just get to see the tools that I recommend. You get to see the tools that everyone's bringing to the table, and they're like, "Hey, this tool, I'm doing it better now because we may have been using a great stove, but then homeboy just came and bring a microwave in. Like, damn, the party started right now, you know." So being involved is like, hey, we always looking at new tools because technology changes every 3 months, every 6 months. So the market, the speed, and it's like we want to always have an advantage. And so there's tools out there that a regular person wouldn't know, and then he wouldn't know how to use them even if you gave him the tool by himself. So having having the feedback on how to use this tool the right way, or having 5 people test the same tool, like, hey, nah, here's my settings. It actually worked better right here. And now it's not just you experiment and wasting time. And so that's how we're able to capitalize on the market a lot faster together.
Yeah, and I mean, God, I'll tell you, it's very important. It's very important using the right tools and give you that advantage in trading. Last question for you, man. What DCG has to offer? Let the audience know what you guys have to offer. What's being a mastermind?
So a mastermind is, my goal is your environment is everything, right? The people you associate with, the net worth. If people in your circle is making money, and even if you never made money, you're gonna make money just by being in that circle because you're gonna do some of the things that they do. So I created an environment where I got, I got bosses that's in the DCG. They all make money. They all have businesses, or they have some type of high level responsibilities. They're all able to manage their time and trade, and they all bring something to the table. And so a lot of my guys that are in DCG, they run their own groups. I mean, they run their own groups. They have influence, and they have a thirst to get more and more information as possible, not just for themselves, for other people. And so when you have a collective group of energy that everybody's trying to be the best and trying to help other people and take care of their family and operate at a high level, it creates an environment that even a new person that may had a negative or may come in a little bit slow, they get up to speed quicker. And so it's like a high school person playing with NBA ballers 30 years in. It's like that high schooler may not be where they at, but he's learning all the tools to get there. So just a little bit more time, a little bit more growth, they're gonna be right up there a lot faster.
A prime example of that, man. You said that, what came to my mind was AD, man. I remember when he went playing the Olympics with LeBron and KD and everybody, Kobe, all of them. And look what he turned out to be today. You know what I mean?
Right.
So LeBron had to recruit to get him on the team and make it better.
Right.
So I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm happy with the game. So, but yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you coming on, speaking with the audience. And how do people reach you? How do people be able to reach out to you and say, listen, I want to become a mastermind. I'm a boss.
Hey, you can find me on Facebook, Jamar James, or if you need a website, jamarjames.com, and Digital Currency Guy, DCG. I mean, if it's people out there that type DCG and just say, hey, hey, I want in, and go through we have a start trading group, or just come in and always set a call. I talk to everybody that wants to come in. Somebody wants to come in, we have a conversation first, and that's kind of rare. A person just send you a link and be like, sign up. But at least if you have questions, I'll take the time and talk to guys and be like, hey, this is what it's about.
Yeah, it's a hands-on, man, hands-on experience. So you're not really gonna be lost in the sauce. And like what Jamar is saying, man, is just the team is strong, and I mean, literally, it's people from all around the world. So I keep my phone right next to me, and literally, I wake up like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning here, ding, 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 and it's like, hey, look at this, look at that, what you guys, this is moving this way. You go check it out, and then I mean, just you can literally, like you say, you can literally just check your phone to see something, and you're like, okay, let me check this out, and you do your steps to get to that trade, and then you end up making money off of it. And you're like, whoa. just because I had to wake up in the morning and take a piss real quick, and I actually
Right.
I made like $300, $400. You know what I mean? I just checked my phone. So, but yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Definitely a good experience. I recommend anyone, everyone to become a mastermind. You know, and I mean, being part of DCG, being part of a family. So,
Right.
Jamar James, the DCG himself.
Hey, and another mastermind, Crypto Black. Thanks for having me.
Thank you,
All
man.
right.
I have a good one.